This is the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Tuesday afternoon, the 23rd day of February. James Spann here. Cold out there today, a little colder than forecast, and we're watching snow in Texas. It's a cold and unsettled pattern coming up in the days ahead, and a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's get right to it. Here's a look at the Skycam shots around the network. First off, coming from Birmingham, it's overcast, breezy, cold. We actually have been dropping in some cases over the past couple of hours. We thought we'd be up around 50 today. I don't think we make it in Birmingham. Same thing for Gadsden. They're barely out of the 30s. They're sitting in the low 40s up there on the mountain. That's overlooking the city up in Etowah County. And way down south, that looks better, doesn't it? That's the Gulf Shore Skycam. It's a sunny winter afternoon. Looks like they're doing some work on the sand on the beach down there, the public beach, getting set for the spring breakers that will be down there before you know it. Yeah, spring is getting close, but we've got a lot of winter to go. Here's a water vapor satellite shot. You can see that wave over West Texas kicking up a big fuss out in the Lone Star State. Here's a look at the radar out there, and you can see snow falling from just south of Dallas-Fort Worth on down Interstate 35 and over to Tyler and point south down toward Lufkin. Looks like some of the heavier totals were down around Temple and Killeen. Places like that, some folks getting 3 and 4 inches. Looks like the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex kind of missed out on this thing. They got really nothing more than a dusting there. There's a look at the watch warning map. You can see winter storm warnings up for a pretty good chunk of central Texas over into parts of Louisiana. How about that? And we'll keep an eye on that thing. We'll peek at our numbers. These are temperatures this afternoon. You can see it's pretty chilly. Only upper 30s in Cullman and Haleyville, 38 at both of those cities at 2 o'clock. Birmingham only at 43. So, again, the models tend to be a little too warm, and we probably bought into that too easily looking at the Moss products yesterday. Here's a look at the expected rain around the nation for the next 5 days, or precipitation. And, boy, that thing up in New York City and New England, that's going to be a whopper of a blizzard Thursday. Big-time storm up there, as you'll see. And around here, not much at all. This is valid through Sunday morning at 6 o'clock, and this is suggesting nothing north of Birmingham and just a trace from Birmingham down to about Montgomery. And that's probably right. We've got 2 waves to deal with, one tonight, another one Friday night. Both look very similar. And with that first wave, it's the one I've called Andrew on the blog. Here's a look at the RPM output. This is valid just through 27 hours. And this is valid through midday tomorrow, and you can see the good snows out there south of Dallas-Fort Worth. A little bit shows up. This is, again, accumulated snow. A little bit shows up along Interstate 20 from Jackson over to Meridian in Mississippi. Nothing here, and then some up in the mountains of North Carolina. Well, let's dig deeper and take a look at this thing. This is 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. And you can see what that suggests is just a chance of snow flurries, and I think that's the right thing. Our ongoing forecast looks fine. We'll mention a chance of a little light rain in spots maybe tonight, mixing with a few snowflakes after midnight, and again the chance of a few morning snow flurries tomorrow. And then at noon, again, some hint of flurries from Birmingham south. And again, look at that strip of heavier moisture down there in the freeze line at 5,000 feet below Dothan. Wouldn't it be something if you had a little bit of snow cover on the ground in Ozark and Eufaula and Opp? Hey, not out of the question. But again, around here, just morning flurries. Not so sure we see a lot of sun, maybe some partial clearing tomorrow afternoon, but don't count on it. We'll look at Wednesday, or tomorrow. This is in the upper levels. This is tomorrow, but going back to 500 millibars, got it flipped a little bit. And again, there's the phasing going on. So it's going to be a cold, breezy day, a few morning flurries. Now, Thursday, woo, buddy, look at the bomb sitting up there just off of Long Island. Goodness gracious, 980 millibars in the core of that thing. We're talking a big-time 1 to 2 foot blizzard for New York City and Long Island, if this is right. That's the power outage, historic type storm deal right there. People will talk about that one for a long time. Earlier this year it was D.C. and Baltimore. Now it's New York City's turn. But around here Thursday will be cold and dry. I think the sky should be mostly sunny. Friday, here comes the next one. You can see that out there in Texas. And I'm calling that one Bertha. All right, Andrew is the one coming through tonight. Let's call this one Bertha. This is the Friday night system. There's a look at midday Friday. Some hint of snow on Friday for the U.S. 82 corridor through Arkansas. That's Texarkana, El Dorado, and Crossett. and over into Mississippi, maybe Greenville, Greenwood, around the Delta getting some snow. But we'll go to 6 o'clock Saturday morning, and you can see how the whole thing is shunted down to the south. And that does hint that there could be some snowflakes here, but not very much, just flurry-type stuff. So, again, I think for now with Bertha, our next one here, we'll just mention a chance of maybe some light rain Friday evening, light snow late Friday night or early Saturday morning, but nothing too serious. And then we'll look at noon on Saturday, and the surface low moves on to the east, and everything is pretty much over. But Saturday looks breezy and cold. And, again, once we get Andrew, the first one out of here tonight, we can focus more on Bertha, but both of them look very similar. Yes, both have potential to bring snow to the Interstate 20 corridor. That's Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston. But for the moment, it looks like neither one will be a major system. And we'll peek at the other global models for this one, for Bertha. There's a look at the European. This is Saturday at midday. Everything way south. I mean way south. What about the Canadian? Way south. The Canadian is colder. It's got everything shunted south. And the Canadian, quite frankly, has performed pretty well this season. So really, the GFS is still an outlier in showing snowflakes up here. We might not have any flurries. But again, just out of respect to the GFS, we'll mention flurries Saturday morning, and we'll fine-tune that. Sunday, we're in between waves again. As we moderate, looks like a chance we see highs up in the 50s. And yep, we see the next one. What's that C one we're going to call? Clarence over Texas. And we'll go to Monday, and here comes Clarence digging down on the upper Texas coast at the surface there. Monday at midday, the surface low is due south of Morgan City. The freeze line at 850 is running along US 278. We're still dry. We'll go to Monday night at midnight. Everything stays pretty far south. And this has been consistent with the GFS in past runs. If this is right, we'll kind of miss this thing to the south, but we all know how we have seen this season the GFS tends to trend northward with time, and ultimately the ultimate solution is farther north than that. So that's the reason we're thinking somebody could see a significant snow here with this thing Monday night. And there's a look at Tuesday. Deepening surface low near Jacksonville, Florida. Heavy snow falling in parts of Georgia and extreme southeast Alabama, and we're just cold. But again, with this one, Clarence, just don't even try to be specific. Everybody can guess and have fun playing with it, but there's not much skill in dealing with it. We're going to take these things one at a time. And what's the next one? D, how about Dolly? You can tell I was in a sleepless stupor this morning when I was writing that discussion, putting these silly names on these things. But this is March 11th, and by golly, we're trending back to a severe weather look right there. That looks like a major severe weather outbreak. And March is severe weather season. And look at here now. The Arctic Oscillation goes positive for the first time since mid-November in mid-March. And sure enough, that would mean an end to the cold days, warmer temperatures, but along with that will come the possibility of strong to severe storms. Always something around here. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 at 5, 6, and 10. Again, thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.
Each day, there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.